Alright, so for reaction D, this is what you should have in your black bin. There should be a pipette for soap, this graduated cylinder, and your large beaker that you just cleaned from reaction C. So if it's labeled something, you probably don't necessarily need to label it with it. Just cross it out so you know that that's not what's in there anymore. So a couple things you need. From the front of the classroom, you will need 3 milliliters of soap. So just take your pipettes, and you'll notice that from the top, it'll mark it at 3 milliliters. So just take out 3 milliliters, or you can do 1 milliliter at a time. It's up to you. 3 milliliters of soap. Add that to your beaker. Then you can move on to the next step, where you pour out 50 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide. This is also in front of the classroom, so before you pour it straight into the beaker, measure it using the graduated cylinder, the one that's in your black bin. You're going to measure out up to 50 milliliters, which should be halfway. It should say 50-50 on both sides, right? You're going to pour this in here, that goes in here, 50 milliliters, and then this goes in here, right? So now, in this beaker you should have hydrogen peroxide, 50 milliliters, and 3 milliliters of soap. Then you're going to come up to me or raise your hand, and I will give you the potassium iodide. Before I give you the potassium iodide, make sure that this beaker is in the black bin and your black bin is empty. Everything that we use here in this lab, you can pour down the sink, it's fine. So when you're cleaning this up after reaction D, just pour it down the sink, wash it with soap and water or just water, dry it with a paper towel, and you're fine.